Hey guys, it's Jeff. Yeah, been doing a little bit of painting. This will be part 9 of the British Armoured Lorry, the B-type by MiniArt. I'm going to get the bed all painted up today and get that finished up except for weathering and decals. Then I'll put it in a safe place till I get ready to use it. So let's go down to the bench. I'll show you what I'm up to. Alrighty, be right back. Thanks. Continuing on with the bed of the truck, I've got the wood graining done. I think it turned out fine. It's kind of shiny. There you go. That's pretty good. That's sand yellow 119, and then the dark mud oil brusher. And I just put dots down and then I drugged down individual planks. Get it where you can see it. Just drugged down the individual planks with a torn edge of a sponge. Worked really well. Then leave it, dry for a while. Pretty good to go. Here's the seats that go in the back too, all grained up, and then this is the floor in the cab. That already had a pretty good texture to it, but I added some. I think it'll be good. Okay, what I want to do now, oops, let's see. Oh, and the wheels. Originally I'd painted them the light gray, and then I was going to brush paint the tires. And I didn't quite thin the paint enough, and I ended up with some brush marks in it. I wasn't real happy with it, so I dropped all the wheels in some isopropyl alcohol and just stripped the paint off of them. And then I went back and primed and painted with the tire black again. Just sprayed it, and then I'm going to use either I'll make masks up or I'll use this and mask it up this way. Okay, I haven't decided yet if I want to cut masks with for masking tape or just use this. We'll take a look and see how they fit. I haven't got one that's the exact size, but pretty close. Anyway, so all those have been done again with the rubber black or tire black, and then I'll have to spray the gray centers. I actually wasn't really being careful, and I had these a little close when I was scrubbing the paint off the other ones. I spattered just a little bit on here. It kind of marked it just a little bit. You can't really see it, but I think it just looks like weathering, so we're going to call that good. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this bed put together. I masked the edges of these with just the regular old white glue. I've already taken a little bit of it off. It just comes off in little bits and pieces, but you can, it just comes off with your fingernail real easy, and then you can glue without worrying about the glue joint. It comes off real easy. Just make sure I get it all off. That way we have a nice clean, see how it just peels? And then we have a nice clean edge. Okay. That one's already done. And then there's that one. So that's about all it is to masking up with with the white glue. Okay, there's all the leftovers right there. It's real easy to get it off. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this bed together. I painted the inside and I want to come back and do the outside. They're all keyed and you really can't get them backwards. They're spaced in such a way that if you put them on wrong, the keys don't fit. So let's go ahead and, I'm not going to glue this real heavy till I get it all in place. Let me get the lid off of here. There we go. Make sure. Whoops. It is a little tricky. Get them just right. Here we go. Okay. Gotta get just a drop of glue in there if I can hold it. Or I might have to just put a little glue on the edge. I don't want to glue the whole thing solid. I just want to get it in a few spots. And I'll come back and finish off the gluing once I get that everything together. Okay. Give that a sec. Okay. Almost knocked over the glue. Boy, it was something else around here last night. All the fireworks. It was like a war zone. Get this to tack up. I think the joints will be nice and tight. I don't want to fill if I don't have to. More glue right there. Take your time. Make sure all the corners are good. Kind of tricky doing all these angles. Okay, and just the front. Okay. Make sure we've got good alignment on everything. Okay, I'll add a little glue to that off camera just to make sure the joints are good, but that's what the bed's going to look like. Okay, and you can see the wood grain in there. What I'll do, since the outside hasn't been painted yet, I'll run some masking tape around the inside here just to make sure I don't get paint on the floor, and then I'll mask, or I'll prime and paint the outside. Once I've added, there's some little ladders. Let's move down here a little bit. Okay, on step 56, yeah, here's parts for 56. We've got some little ladders and some little grab handles. I'm going to go ahead and put those on the left and the right side, and then I'll mask the inside off to where we don't get any paint on the floor that I don't want, and then we'll go ahead and paint it, and then that sub-assembly will be finished. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off for a little while, and I'm going to add a little more glue to this and let it set up real good, and then I'll come back and I'll put the grab handles and stuff on. So be back in just a little bit, guys. Thanks. It's been about a day since I glued this together. All the joints came out really, really nice. Nice and tight, no gaps or anything. And I went ahead and put the little grab handles on the sides, if you can see them there. I need to put the ladders on, which I'll do in a little bit, but first I'm going to go ahead and turn this over and put the go back up here a little bit, put these rails on the bottom. Okay, they go in a specific order, and luckily the bottom is keyed. I'm sure you probably can't see it, but this one here, both the holes are squared or rectangular. This one here, we got a rectangular and a round hole, and then these are all three round. They're spaced differently depending on which direction they'll face on the model. So it's pretty easy to get them on there in the correct order. So let's see here. I need to figure out which end to start. And this is the one with the squares. Okay. And these little things are really delicate here. But I want to get all these on so when I paint it all at the same time. So we've got, and the spacing is such that you can't really put them on in the wrong order. So it'll go on like so. Here we go. Let's get the first one on here. Okay. I'll probably come back and add a little glue once I get them in place. This one here goes this way. And then the last three are the same, but the pins are offset so that they only go in one way. Here, there, I need to get rid of. Well, here we go. I need. Okay, and one more. This one will go this way. Whoops. Okay, here we go. You see all those pins sticking up. Once this is in place, let me get it here. Once this is all in place, it'll go like this. And these pins will go over the frame. Just like that. Okay? So that'll be how that'll sit. Okay, all fits really good. It's good to check, make sure. Okay, I'm going to reinforce these with a little more glue, and then I'm going to put the ladders on. Now the ladders, there are two narrow ladders and two wide, or one wide ladder. The wide ladder goes on the rear, so we don't want to mix them up. Let me put a little more glue on these real quick. I got just a little glue on my finger there. I want to make sure I get that off so I don't mar anything. All right. And I did mar the side just a tiny bit. It's a flat surface, it's no big deal. I'll get it, clean it up a little bit with a fiberglass pencil. I'm going to let these, well, these pins are really fragile. I'm going to go ahead and let this set up for a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll put the ladders on, and then I'll get it primed. Okay, so I'll be back in just a little bit. Thanks, guys. It's been about an hour or so since I shut the camera down, so everything's good and dry now, and I cleaned up that little, had just the tiniest little mar on this side here where I got glue on my finger. That's all taken care of. So I'm going to put the three ladders on They're going to stick down quite a ways, so I'm going to have to be careful, but I really want to get them on there before I paint it. So let's see here. Just like so. Okay. Just put the tiniest little bit of glue on there so I don't make a mess. We can just get it to stick, then I can reinforce it. Okay. Okay. Use this so I don't leave a fingerprint. Okay, that looks good. And then the one on the back is going to be the wide one. I've already test fitted this. Okay. Just a tiniest little bit of glue. Okay, one more time. Just got to be real careful how I hold it. Getting to be a lot of little things sticking out. And I am not using Tamiya tin cement. This is Tamiya airbrush cleaner. About fourth the cost of the regular cement, but works just as good. Okay, there's our ladders all on. Before I paint, I'll probably take a little bit of like cellophane and put in here just to kind of keep the overspray from getting inside. I don't really like to use paper towels because of the lint issue, but I'm going to let this set up for a while and then we'll get it primed up and painted, and I'll go ahead and keep that all in this video. So I'll let this set for a while and then I'll get some primer on it and then I'll show it to you. Alright, see you in a little while. Thanks guys. Here we go, all primed up. It's been an hour or so since I primed it. I know it's real hard to photograph black. Looks pretty good. I'll let it dry for a while yet, And check, I see I got a little bitty mark right there. That's the nice thing about this Mr. Surfacer, is it can be sanded. So I'll check it over for lint. I see I got a little bit of a funny spot there. And if I need to, I'll sand a spot or two and reprime. But that's the primer all on. So I'll come back and show you. It'll be a while, but just a few seconds for you. But when I get it all painted, I'll come back and show you. Okay? See you in a little while. I know, it's real hard to see. Okay, see you in a bit. Here we go, all finished up. Okay, it's been, I don't know, an hour or so since I painted it. The neighbor's out there building something. I don't know if you guys can hear the saw running in the background or not. Anyway, I think it looks pretty good. Paint came out really nice. This is the Mr. Color 13. Okay, neutral gray over a black Mr. Surfacer primer. I'll put some pictures up at the end. And I also got the centers of the wheels all painted up. So that's done too. Okay. So we're going to call it good for this video, I guess. And I'll get it uploaded and then I'll start working on another one. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. And you all have a great day. Enjoy your modeling. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.